What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Verge. So shout out to Michael Maldonado for commenting his top altcoin. If you guys want to be shouted out in tomorrow's video, please make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a comment telling me what your favorite altcoin for review is. Otherwise, let's get right into today's episode. So I'm on the coin market cap right now, and I'm just refreshing so we can get a better view and see a current real time of the market. So we're looking at around $328 billion in the market, which is clearly a lot less than where we've been. We've seen it at least up to $470 billion. So more than $100 billion more in the market. Where does this money go? Not too sure, but it's clearly not in the crypto space at the moment. We have around 13 billion, so very low 24-hour volume, and a Bitcoin dominance at 38.2%, which is quite high from where it's been previously, but also quite low from where I've seen it a few months ago, if not years ago. When we scroll down, we see Bitcoin still number one at $7,365 and down -1%. We see Ethereum at 586, up ever so slightly. Ripple up 0.75 at 61 cents. We see Litecoin still a number 6 spot at 118, down only 0.22%. So one thing that I wanted to show you guys was, let's just go right here, was this graph. Now, I read a lot of your comments. Hopefully you guys have accepted the invite only link. I'm not sure how long it's going to be there, but it's a way to interact with me and ask me questions and send me your information, articles, screenshots of technical analysis that you want to show me. It's in the description below. I'll leave it up, but I did actually get a few TA charts sent to me, and I just wanted to make my own. And maybe, as you guys have noticed, the Litecoin pennant flag may not be done. We thought when we see this line here that we were going to break out here, which we kind of did. We moved up. But is this the bottom? Like, was this the end of the pennant flag? I'm not too sure. The fact that we bounced off here and are now seeing support at the bottom here is more of an indication that we're going to continue this Elliott wave longer term triangle. But I want to show you guys. We'll do A, B, C, D, E. We have 1, 2. Oops. Let's. I might have to fix that. But so something like this. I'm gonna move this right up here. So now we have our A. We go down to B. Now we have C, D right now, and now we're looking for that E. We're looking for a move upwards to that 140 region. Similar to the high-low MMA, but this could potentially be the more long-term Litecoin pennant flag, which means that we could be looking at a breakout shortly, a movement upwards. Is that possible? I'm not too sure, but this gives us a better overview of what could have possibly happened. Now, I told you guys, when I draw my TA lines, they're not 100% permanent. You know, the market's ever changing. So we do have this white line here, and we could have broken out at B, like right here. But we didn't break out at B. We continued. So we could have had, you know, A, B, C, D, E, and then traded downwards and then broke. We could have moved it even more so and then had A, B, C, D, and an E up here. There's a lot of different transitions we could do, but I've extended it out. All I know is that we are setting lower highs over here and we are setting higher lows. That's really what I want to focus on this episode, is because we have one low here at around 98, then we have 106, then we have 110, and now we have 120. If we bounce up, that's what we're really looking for, is that move up to E. If not, we could possibly break down. I'm not gonna cancel that out, not gonna throw that away. There is a chance that we can go down. Is it likely? I'm not too sure. I'd say it's probably after we go up to E and retest E. But that's what that looks like. Let's check it out on the weekly and see if that makes a little more sense. So right now I'm on the weekly, and you can see we have A, we have B, we have C, we have a D right now, and now we're looking for that E right over, in that general area. So this does look like a good graph. It is very possible that this could be the potential longer term pennant flag symmetrical triangle breakout we're looking for. It's not over yet. I want to see what happens when we get to E. I do think we're going to move up very, very, very soon. I don't think we're going to be hanging around the bottom much longer, so be mindful of that. And we're going to see if Litecoin can move up, because I had to rearrange the graphs, the lines a little bit, and this is how it seems to be playing out. I like the lower highs. I like the higher lows, so it's very nice. We had one up here at like 360. Then we've had 230, then we've had 175, and now we're even lower. So we'll see where this happens, but all I know is we're nearing the end of the triangle. There isn't, you can see how much crazy movement we had, where we went from $100 all the way to 250 in a few days, when we fell from, a $440 level, $410 level, all the way down to $100, and then bounce all the way back up to 250. Like, these are crazy moves. You'll notice everything is becoming a lot more fluid and a lot more tight, which is interesting, and usually because there's going to be a breakout soon. But we will see as to that. I'm not going to say it's permanent, but we're definitely chilling at support right here, and I'm looking for that movement to E for sure. Let's check out Bitcoin right now. I actually want to look at it on the weekly and see if anything is similar in that way. So hold on. It is possible to adjust the graph and move it like that. That is still a possibility. And then you can have A, B, C, D, E. So it's definitely doing a similar pattern to Litecoin. It definitely is. If you wanted to, you could create another Elliott wave, which would be right here. No, right here. And then connect it like this. Or we'll do one, two, oh yeah, okay. A, we have a B right there. C, we have D, and now we're looking for the E. So either way, we are seeing a similar pattern. We are still trading above. And I wouldn't be surprised that by the time Bitcoin comes back over here, the high-low MMA will reach up to it, and we should get that pressure and bounce off. I actually want to see if Litecoin is doing a similar thing, because that's another good indicator. No, so it seems like on the weekly for Litecoin, because it's too relatively new, I guess, it's not showing the high-low MMA. But we can see it on the daily, which is kind of what we need, and we can see it on the weekly for Bitcoin, which is really important. So you can see when we just start, like I said, usually when we go back down to retest, we can see that bounce up and continue higher. Obviously, that's what we're looking for, and the fact that we are getting very, very, very close to this new high-low weekly average, it should hopefully help push the price higher up. Even if we just get to like a $16,000 or $17,000 price level in the near future, that's still going to be very beneficial. That's almost doubling its crypto, which is pretty wild. So I am looking for this to consolidate more. I am looking for a point to E, and I am looking for it to retest that high-low MMA. And we do look very nice on the RSI, so there's a lot of possibility in the market right now to see some moves in a nice direction. I know a lot of you have lost hope, but I still think hold on. I don't think it's time to settle right now. Let's just check out Ethereum on the weekly and see if we can spot anything or notice anything. So it's interesting. We do have this uptrend here, which is quite long, followed by clear-cut resistance right at like this level right here, right at the bottoms here. We did have this rift up. The weekly is slowly starting to form a high-low MMA. But let's check it out on the daily. We have seemed to hit support right at around 570. So I am looking to maintain that, as well as start consolidating and trading sideways. I'd really like to see what happens when we hit this level right here, this downtrend. You can see how much it's played a role in forming Ethereum's price, or affecting Ethereum's price level. But it's going to be interesting to see that when we consolidate, will we have enough support to break above and go retest that high-low MMA at around 700. So that's definitely going to be my call for Ethereum as we hit near or hit that downtrend. Lastly, let's check out Verge. I will move to Verge on the 4-hour. So shout out again to Michael Maldonado. Right now, all I'm really seeing is a slow downtrend. So this is definitely interesting. Let's just do XVG to the dollar and see if that changes anything. Not so much, but we'll use Verge to the dollar on Bitfinex just for now. All I'm seeing is just a slow movement in the negative direction, if you know what I mean. Check out the daily. So I'm going to just use the 4-hour right now. And all I'm seeing right now, yes, there are supports, but there is just like this overall downtrend on Verge, which isn't that good, but it can play a good role in Verge when we start to test support at the bottom. Obviously, I'm not too familiar as to where that bottom is yet because of how new this currency is, but you can see that we do have a downtrend, clear-cut downtrend, and we are facing some support right now. But I'm going to draw in some resistance levels, clearly one being here. We have some more kind of in this region, obviously the tops too, and now we have one right here. So it's going to be interesting with a coin like this. You can clearly see its descending triangle. You can clearly see this downtrend. You can see it does have resistance and supports at certain levels. Right there. You could even like maybe cap it off right here as well. We'll draw one last one. Right there too. You can clearly see the supports and the resistances within Verge's price level. But because we don't have any past history as to how low Verge has gone, which it seems to only be really going down, keep in mind, if this is the bottom, then I'm really looking for a movement upwards. If it's not the bottom, then we're obviously going to fall and, you know, reach another support right over here. My issue is because it's a new crypto, it's hard to judge how low this can fall. This might be the end. I did not mean to do that, so I'm going to draw that in. This could be the end of Verge, as low as it will go, or it could be, you know, still going downwards, and this, you know, descending triangle, this descending, I guess the descending triangle, or this downtrend right here, is going to continue to go farther, and we're going to continue to move down. It's very possible it could go both ways. I'd say your honest bet is to wait to see what happens when we get into this region, if we can break above and start moving up to retest these highs, or if we're going to keep breaking down. But otherwise, that's going to sum up the video for today, guys. If you like what you saw, subscribe, comment, like the video. If you want to be involved and be able to message me directly, the link is in the description. Make sure to check that out. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be posting that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.